Well, we did it. We scared Mary off the internet. Again. Turns out that Mary is no longer. Well, she says in her recent video, she is quitting YouTube because we ruined her life. What a shock Mary would say that shit. So, Rickzilla, will be taking a look at some of the crazy shit that Mary Adrasdea has said in the span of her YouTube career. Or at least what she thinks is a career. Which is basically her just filming in front of her phone crying about how people are mistreating her. And, well, let's just say that I would feel good about myself if it wasn't for the fact that, again, she's basically saying this stuff just because she's wants attention. So I'll be taking a look at the snippets from the 4-hour live stream that Adonis Paul put up in remembrance of Adrasdea. But first, let's look at the shovel story.
Okay. I really need y'all to understand how far these people are reaching. So, they keep talking about a shovel, right? They keep telling everybody that I bought the shovel. I personally bought the shovel.
Well, that's what she says, but in actuality, she just says that stuff just for attention. I don't really think she's gone. I just think she's going and hiding because, again, we scared her off. That's her words, not mine. And two, Mary wants the attention. Whether good or bad, she craves the attention. So it's no surprise that she's just doing this just to get a rise out of people. But for now, let's take a look at some of the classics.
This is what it says in the police report. Witness, wait, hold on. Where does it say shovel at? Okay. Witness and the suspect. So, first off, I want to point out witness, not associate, not suspect, witness. I'm a witness to this case. Okay, the witness and the suspect traveled to Walmart and purchased a shovel which was captured on video surveillance. Witness and suspect returned to the restaurant. That's all that it says about a shovel. And it also very clearly says the witness was not allowed to be alone or away from the residence without the suspect and was threatened with her own life if she spoke of this homicide. Okay? So, they keep asking about the shovel. I did not buy a shovel. I do not remember the trip to Walmart. I don't.
It might not be Walmart, but it's a store that she went to along with Kenneth. She's backpedaling about the whole shovel story, which, if I'm not mistaken, she and Kenneth went to get a shovel from a store to bury Roberta's body. Again, okay, if you're tuning in, please like the stream. Please like the stream. And subscribe for more. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that one. I'm gonna take a look at that one. Don't worry. Watch. Let me take a look at Adrasdea. Oh, Adrasdea. Virgin. Oh, damn. Oh, no. Oh, this is the new one. Yes, I'm taking a look at Adrasdea's new shit. This is...
So, I do see your comments saying that the OnlyFans idea won't work because you'll just take the videos anyway. And you know what? That's fine. Take the videos, do what you want with them. It only proves that you are completely obsessed with me.
Are we?
The person who you claim is worthless. The person who you claim you don't care about, who you want to see perish in a gutter, who you want to see die. You are so obsessed that you have to scam and hack into other websites to get materials to keep track of me.
Or we could just take your videos and comment on them. The door swings both ways, Mary. You cannot, for the life of you, keep yourself out of troubles. You cannot keep yourself out of trouble for more than 2 seconds. And you expect us to bend over backwards and feel sorry for you? I'm sorry, that's not how this works. You really need to think before you put something on the internet. Because honestly, at this point, you're basically becoming a laughing stock. I mean, no one's going to waste money on a mentally unstable homeless woman who just sits on her lazy ass, filming herself crying and doing these pity party videos just so that she could waste all our hard-earned money on food and weed, but mostly weed.
To watch every post, to repost everything.
Oh, I'm gonna go louder.
And all because you don't believe my mental health issues. You don't believe my life.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you talked to my family and they denied being abusive. Yeah. The same family that...
Is that better? Is that better, Blue?
Sued me to take an inheritance that they knew I was left so that they could buy themselves a home while I lived in a truck. And then they say, well, it's because she was such a drug addict, nobody can help her. I smoke marijuana. That's it. I had drug problems. For a maximum of 5 years, I had drug problems.
Thank you, Blue.
But I have been clean of everything except for marijuana for a very long time. And everybody in my family has been on harder stuff for decades. I have an aunt that died drying out from alcohol after a lifelong addiction. My own mother apparently is suffering stomach problems from a lifetime of alcohol. She started drinking when she was 13. My Aunt Kathy, who y'all love so much, has been on fentanyl. Her and her daughters and her family used to share pills at dinner. Like, literally, my graduation, when I graduated from high school, which Kathy was there for, She's telling you all that it was just a participation award. She showed the fuck up for me to step on stage and receive that participation award, though.
Of course. So, from what I'm getting at, she didn't really finish high school. Big shocker there.
She went to O'Charlie's, was it a steakhouse? And had a
well, at least she got her GED.
$200 meal. I mean, not just her, it's the whole family. My grandmother's boyfriend paid for that. But, like, the second that they all found out that somebody else was paying the bill for this exquisite meal, they started whispering in each other's ear, get alcohol, get alcohol. It's mother's not paying, somebody else is paying, so get whatever you want. And then they were sneaking pills to each other under the table. That's my family. So no, they didn't outcast me because I'm a pothead living in California who smokes weed.
Well, what you're doing right now is basically a defamation of character, because from what I understand, yeah, I do believe that some of your family's members are drinkers, but out of all of them, you're basically the one who uses all the drugs. I mean, if I can take your the story from your Aunt Kathy and your cousin Sarah about you threatening to harm yourself if grandma doesn't give you money for drugs, then I would take that story. I would prefer that. I would believe that story over your stories, because honestly, everything that comes out of your mouth is a bald-faced lie, and this is something narcissists would do. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and make fun of you and call you I don't know what kind of animal I would compare Adrasdea to. A toad? I would probably refer to her as a toad, because she basically is built like a toad. She really does look like a toad to me. I mean, she's got the spaced out eyes that are on top of her head.
They outcasted me because I spoke out about their abuse, and I will continue to speak out about their abuse, because it's not a lie. Y'all want to laugh at me and say, you're like a child. Yeah. That's what CPTSD does to a person. That's the problem. I literally still have a childlike mentality because the abuse as a child was so severe that I never developed into an adult.
Oh, now you're starting to say... Okay, so according to what Virgie found out about, there was a video that Adrasdea did where she claimed to have autism. Okay, she might be crazy, but I don't really say she does have... She's basically using the whole autism card, the disabled card, as an excuse. Kind of like Shani. I mean, this toad woman here is just coming up with more excuses to why she doesn't want to contribute to society. She's going around saying that her family is abusive and how everybody is mean to her and how many people are calling her ugly, fat, disgusting, and all that. It's the same song and dance I hear all the goddamn time. I mean, come on, Mary. Step your game up. Try something that we didn't see coming.
After that abuse, I kept running into more abusive situations to the point that I have become a non-functional human being.
I agree, Nisa.
In order for me to become a functional human being, I need support and help. And what do I have? I have people laughing at me and telling me that my family loves me. when I know exactly the opposite is true?
Your family tried to love you, Mary, but instead, you just basically alienated everyone just because you were basically acting like a complete spoiled brat. I don't care if you think your parents abuse you, but I honestly think that you're just making that shit up just to get people to feel sorry for you. Because I know liars. I know liars. I can see that you're lying because you basically show no emotion. And honestly, I'm not trying to be funny. This isn't a laughing matter to me, but if I could say she does throw a few chuckles when she's angry or screaming like a harpy, then I would.
You've done everything you could to take away any possible financial support that I have. And if I was really on the strong, heavy drugs that you think I'm on, wouldn't I be withdrawing or detoxing or looking sick as fuck?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Address. Well, yeah, you do look like that. I mean, have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? You basically look like you're strung out of your mind, and your eye looks like your skin kind of looks leathery. Your skin kind of looks leathery. It looks like it's falling off. You kind of remind me of that alien from Men in Black. The one with the eye that kind of goes off on the side. You almost look alien to me.
After 5 months of having my financial supply cut dry.
Hey,
you know,
Smiley.
I just get a little upset, like a manic person or a crazy person, because that's what I actually am. Y'all
I know.
don't even understand what it is you're playing with, what you're dealing with. But I think it's pretty messed up that you've proven that no matter what I do, you will make sure I can never earn enough money to survive. If I try to ask for money here, you tell people that I'm a murderer with absolutely no proof. If I try to ask for money on Facebook, you tell people the same thing with absolutely no proof. If I write a book, you'll buy one copy and then give it to hundreds of other people for free, with absolutely no right to do so because it was my book. I wrote it and I deserved the payment.
There you go. You see what she did right there? She's basically saying, I deserve the money. I deserve to be paid. I deserve to be paid because I'm a victim. Bitch, you're not the only one who says that shit. There are hundreds. There are several lolcows who are doing the same thing right now. Hell, there's people on Twitch, people like Shanny for Christ and Von Helton, who are complaining about their trolls being mean to them and their trolls ruining their lives, and they expect people to feel sorry for them when in actuality their infamy is becoming well known. Do you really think you're that special, Adrasdea? Do you really think that you're worthy of people's time? I'm sorry to be mean, but honestly, I really don't give a rat's ass what you think, Mary. You can call me a bully, you can call me a stalker, you can call me whatever the fuck you want. All I could say is, if you think that you can pull one over my eyes, you are dead wrong.
For copies that were sent out. I started OnlyFans to raise money with videos that y'all can't just take from me. And you have one person subscribe and take the videos and give them away for free. What am I supposed to do? Like, at what point is anybody going to look at this and realize how messed up it is for so many people to be completely financially draining one woman who has done nothing to them except live a life that they don't believe?
Well, I'm sorry to say this, Mary, but what you say online has been debunked by family members. Hell, even people like Adonis Paul and Royce Lopez don't believe in your bullshit. I mean, there are a lot of inconsistencies with your stories, especially in your books. And from what I hear, most of those stories are basically rip-offs of other people's work.
Somebody tell me what I'm supposed to do at that point. They keep stepping in front of avenues that I go down. They shut down something and I figure something else out and they shut that down. I have to survive. Alright? I am a human being just like you, regardless of whether I'm as smart as you. Regardless of whether I'm as emotionally adjusted as you. Regardless of whether I can hold a regular job. I have to somehow survive. I can't write books. I can't have videos on YouTube. I can't have videos on OnlyFans. I can't do anything on Facebook. Y'all cannot... This isn't right. It isn't right. And people are going to start seeing it soon enough.
Here come the waterworks.
Y'all can't keep me isolated forever. People are going to see the truth. Abuse only works if you keep the subject isolated, and y'all are on the internet.
Abusing us?
This can't stay isolated and silent forever, that these people are stalking
I agree.
and harassing the mentally ill and stepping in front of every avenue they have to gather slight amounts of money. My books that I was writing to sell, that's my intellectual properties that they're stealing. They had no right to take my profits from that. They have no right to take my profits from OnlyFans.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, Cherokee. I'm gonna look at Dayton Hypernova in the next stream. In one of these days, I'm gonna look at Dayton Hypernova because he is completely off his rocker. I've always wanted to cover Dayton Hypernova. And I know Royce Lopez has done an amazing job covering him with his co-host from Revenge of the Sis.
They have no right to be messaging lies to my supporters, and they do anyways.
You tell lies about yourself.
I'm overwhelmed.
We know.
And I'm just overwhelmed.
Oh, hey, Nisa.
I'm trying so hard to figure out...
She doesn't really have an OnlyFans because she's afraid to do one because people are going to pass around her her nudes and she's more concerned about people watching them for free because she's not concerned about people making fun of her. She's more about people not donating to her. She's a greedy bitch. That's all I can say about her. She's a greedy bitch. All this is all about for money. Because she needs the money.
Some way that I can survive. Every time I think of a new option, they take it away from me.
Yes. We take away your cash. We take away your money flow because
he has to see that.
You're lucky you didn't marry Jason. Yeah. She always complains about how everybody is being mean to her and how everybody is just taking away her cash flow. Who does that remind you of? Everybody's crying. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Dayton Hypernova, Blue, Dayton Hypernova, he's a..." Sherman. Oh, man. Sherman dead? Yeah, Dayton Hypernova, Blue, he's kind of weird. He basically... I'm going to take a look at him one of these days.
Just don't let them get away with it. Please. I know nothing can be done while I'm alive, but after, please, just don't let them get away with it. Don't let them murder me and get away with it.
No one's gonna murder you, you dumb trout. Did I just call Mary a trout? I don't know if I should feel proud of that or I should feel guilty about that. I mean, she does look like a trout.
Don't let them get away with it. Please.
Aww.
I fought for so long.
I thought it was Earl.
I fought and fought and fought and tried so hard to be strong. And I'm not strong. And I'm alone. And I'm scared. And these people are killing me. And nobody cares because they stand behind my accuser.
Oh, man.
And I can't fight anymore.
Now there's only Earl left.
Away with it. Please. Don't let them get away with it.
Don't let them get away with it.
There's no help for me. I get that. They're in control and they want me dead and there is no help. There is nothing that's going to save me.
I see where where this is going. She's basically guilt tripping people. This is basically gaslighting 101 right here, folks. She is giving us the sob story saying, "Oh, everybody's so mean to me. Everybody wants me dead." Bitch, you're not special. Nobody is out to get you. You're paranoid. So I'd suggest you just take a deep breath, take a few steps back, and just take a break from the internet. But that's asking too much from you.
From them. But other people can be saved from them if they get caught for what they've done. Just don't let them get away with it. It's all here. All the proof, all of the evidence, you know who's doing it. Even if it's by my own hand that I die.
I'm gonna take a look.
Please. Don't.
Adrasdea is like, she's basically the same age as Shani, Blue. She's about Shani's age. Actually, she's a couple years younger than Shani.
Let them get away with it.
She's more like Rev's age.
Don't let them get away with it.
She did look like an alien.
I fought.
I gotta take a look at the facelift video.
For 35 years I fought.
Oh, 35 years, so...
And I just can't fight anymore.
I know, her sips... I know.
Just don't let them get away with it, please.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? Crawling in me, crawl. Death is the only hope. We know. You keep saying that over and over and over again. Over and over, over and over. And now let's take a look at the facelift. She gonna look like Edgar from Men in Black. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you were too young for that.
It's 2 a.m.
She's smiling like, I'm having trouble sleeping.
A lot of you have mentioned that I look so
old damn.
For my age, that I'm only...
Nick James, this is Adrasdea. She's crazy. She's loony. She's a paranoid schizophrenic who migrated from Jacksonville, Florida to live in Los Angeles, California, where she spent 5 years on the streets until she recently got her Section 8 housing. She's basically received money from people who donate to her PayPal. But she only used that money on food and weed, but mostly weed.
Only 36 and I look so old. And it bothers you guys that I look so old and ugly.
That's probably
and
from
so
all the crack rock.
I've been looking up exercises to help myself. There's things you can do to lessen your double chin. There's things you can do for your buffalo hump. And there are things you can do to tone the muscles in your face so that you don't have as many wrinkles naturally. While I was doing this in the mirror, I realized that, for one, I'm kind of fine with the way I look, and for two, it looks hilarious when I do this.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I thought y'all might enjoy it. So what you do is you find the back of your cheekbone. Now, I have very high cheekbones. They're way the fuck up here. So you find your cheekbones, pull it back, pull them back and up as much as you can.
I'm sorry to hear that, Nick James.
And then open your mouth as wide as you can and hold it in an O position, and you'll feel the tightness and shit.
I'm doing it right now.
So stupid. I'm sorry.
There. That's what I did. There. Holy crap! She does look like a trout. Now. Holy crap! She does look like a trout. I know.
Now, whether it works or not, I have no idea.
She's always a victim.
I'm just going by what it looks like, and it looks ridiculous.
Oh my god, she looks like she's morphing into a fish. She's morphing into a fish, guys.
It literally looks like I'm using a filter on my face. Why is my face so malleable? Oh my god.
Probably because of the excess skin. I did that once.
Am I pretty yet?
Oh my god, do you know what this kind of reminds me of? That scene from Men in Black where that alien Edgar pulls his entire face, the back of his head like this, and it's like, there, is that better? Because, Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones. It's like, there, is that better? That's what this reminds me of. She does look like a fish. Am I the only one who thinks that Adrasdea kind of looks like a fish? What kind of fish? I'm on her channel right now. I'm gonna be taking a look at some classic. Now it's time to take a look at some classic shit from a month ago.
No, I did not freak out because I need weed.
This was on May 18th of this year.
Having an emotional breakdown, and I'm using marijuana to cope with it. That's not the same as being a heavy marijuana addict. I woke up this morning to a video of two men laughing at me and mocking me and telling me that I am fat and ugly and worthless and that I deserve to die and that nobody will ever love me or want me. And I wake up to videos of men saying this about me every single day for 4 months, and it has broken me down. And I am trying to deal with it. I've increased my medication twice. I've added a new medication. I have apologized to these men who are harassing and abusing me, and it still won't stop. Now they're saying I didn't apologize soon enough for something that I never even did to them. They're the ones that are destroying me. I post daily affirmations telling myself that I'm beautiful and strong, and they make fun of that and tell me that I'm not, and they have 50 people tell me that I'm not and tell me that I should just kill myself and that it won't ever end until I do. That's not fair.
I also think that she kind of looks like, have you ever heard of that, this streamer called Only Use Me Blade? I think he used to be part of the Ice Poseidon community back when he was, the alcoholic dude who was dubbed Only Lose Me Leg. That's what she kind of reminds me of.
Because I'm alone in this fight and there's a million of them. And it's not fair to judge me for my needs. When you're destroying me emotionally, you've destroyed me financially. They've been messaging the people who used to support me. And the people who used to support me won't send me money or help me anymore because these people have been messaging and them lying about me.
Nick James, Adrasdea lived on the streets for 5 years, and then she started living in a truck in front of a church parking lot where she basically used a Burger King cup and a salad bowl as a commode. Then she started living in motels and homeless shelters until she got her Section 8 housing this year. But since then, she's been targeted by trolls and reaction channels who basically like to get a laugh out of her. Hatman covered this girl on his channel. And now it's my turn.
They caused me to lose my EBT benefits because they pushed me over the edge to the point that I couldn't fill out the fucking applications. And then I finally got the food filled out last night, and what did they do? They started attacking me further, saying that I don't deserve food stamps, that they're going to report me for welfare fraud. You know what that does? When you tell somebody who's mentally unwell that you're going to report them for welfare fraud, that makes them afraid to apply for help. I am literally afraid to get help now because you people are threatening to report me for it and put me in prison for it, for help that I actually need because I'm not mentally capable of working and supporting myself.
Like I said, if you want to donate to my PayPal, the link is in the description. It's going to go to a great cause. And by cause, I'm going to be showcasing some of my artwork on my channel as well. In the near future, I'm thinking about showcasing my artwork. And you can help by donating. Because stock photos are not cheap. They have to come with a plan. Stock photo, especially stock photos on Shutterstock. That shit don't come cheap. I use these stock photos for references so that I could get an idea of anatomy. And that shit don't come cheap.
I am doing my best, and I need the abuse to end. I need these men to stop. I need peace. I need to believe that I'm a human being that is worthy of life and assistance and support. And these men are doing everything they can to make sure that I never believe that. And it has to stop.
Okay, the men she was referring to are Adonis Paul, Royce Lopez, JJ Stoner, and Virgie GGG. Virgie GGG is one of the recent people covering Adrasdea, along myself. Oh, and also there's Hatman, who's done streams on her. But she doesn't talk about Hatman that much.
I'm a human being. And I should never have even had to apologize to these men for what they did to me, but I did so that they would stop. But they were never going to stop because abusers will never stop. They will make up rules and then change the rules to continue abusing you and make it your fault. They said I had to apologize so that they could abuse me for 3 months and say
I draw like superheroes, video game characters, and giant monsters. I'm also learning how to draw anime style, and I'm trying to get into drawing dynamic poses.
It's my own fault for not apologizing. Well, now I've apologized, and they say now they're going to continue abusing me, and it's my own fault because I didn't do it soon enough. Nothing I do will make it stop. And nobody will listen until I'm actually dead. But people will listen then. You cannot destroy a human soul and think that nobody's ever going to notice.
I honestly don't understand why she does this. Holy crap! She's putting more shit out right now. And this just came out a few minutes ago. God damn.
Alright, so I wrote a long reply and apparently the comment was deleted, but I think it's important that people understand this. So the question is, if you're considered a non-functional human being, you would not have a Section 8 apartment by yourself. You would live somewhere else where people can help you. Not true. Not all Section 8 apartments are the same. Sorry.
Burp.
My Special 8 is special circumstances. Section 8 is special circumstances. Someone has to come check in regularly to make sure I'm doing things like cleaning and not hoarding trash. And I also have to stay medicated and in treatment. Not all Section 8 vouchers are the same.
Jeffrey's so mad, Vader.
Get one and go years without anyone checking on them because they're trusted to be functional adults that need a little help with rent. I'm on one that's strict and meant to help me back into a life without weekly check-ins by teaching me independence and shit I should have learned as a teenager.
Yeah,
but I was
Nick.
too busy being raped and listening to my drunk mother being beat. Like every one of you, apparently, but I'm not you. See, the comment disappeared, so I can't write it, but y'all put too much emphasis on the fact that I'm living by myself. That's not proof of anything.
Get a job at McDonald's.
And I
like this, Chrissy.
Get a job at McDonald's. And don't use your disability for an excuse that you can't. My cousin who has Down syndrome has a very hard time with a lot of things and cannot leave on his own and has a job at McDonald's, so stop it.
I'm a mercenary for hire.
I am proud of your cousin.
I'm a mercenary for hire.
Your cousin is
I'm a freelancer.
Strong, amazing human being. And I am so proud of him. And every disabled person who is able to find some place that they can function and make a way for themselves. I am so proud of them.
That's sarcasm, by the way. She's trying to come up with excuses to not want to work.
I am not currently that person. Not all disabilities are the same. I know people with other disabilities who have an easier time doing things than I do. It does not mean that my problems are not real. Your successes do not negate my problems. The fact that you were sick and got through it does not mean that I necessarily have to get through it. The fact that you had a hard life and got through it does not necessarily dictate that I have to get through it in the same way or at the same time frame, because we are different human beings. We went through different things. We have different disabilities. We have different minds. Everything about us is different. So why is it ever fair to judge one person who's disabled against another person who's disabled? It's shaming. That's the problem. None of you want to help. All you want to do is break down and shame and convince me that I am
Altitude
worthless,
is right.
no matter how hard I try. Okay.
So you had no time to put the screenshots.
So this page
So
I'm about to read
divine.
has a lot of large annoying ads on it, but it kind of says what I need to say in ways that people might understand it, because it's not coming from me. Now, I will say that it is not me saying that I'm just choosing that I can't work right now. My therapist has
Baby Smiley,
told me
shout out to you.
multiple times
BS number
that
3.
She does not think it's a good idea for me to look for a job at this moment because I am not mentally capable of.
I want to give a shout out to Big Smiley for B Smiley. I want to give a shout out to B Smiley for donating $5. Thank you for your patronage. I'm doing this all for my fans. Thank you.
I need to.
It means a lot to me.
Myself. I need to focus on building myself up to be a normal, functional person. Before
Fixing yourself is a full-time job.
And I've had therapists, different therapists, tell me this over the years. That just speaking with me, they can tell that I am not ready to work. Okay, so some disabled people don't want to work. Some disabled people want to work and some don't. It's complicated. The first thing to understand is that while no type of disability makes paid employment completely impossible in all cases, any disabled person at any particular time may have a good reason for not working, or for making a deliberate, rational decision not to look for a job. For one thing, most disabled people go through times in their lives, usually more than once, when the physical or mental cost of trying to hold a job are too high, and the sensible thing to do is to focus on basic survival and health. Plus, the kinds of works that are more compatible with a person's specific disability may not be in demand or not in line with the specific disabled person's skills, training, or qualifications.
Again, I have said in her chat, in her comments, you can do jobs at home. It's not that hard. Am I correct? I mean, there are jobs that there's people that are working from home. And you can do that too, Mary, if you want. I mean, I know you keep having this idea, yeah, that you can't work or you don't want to work, but how else are you going to afford weed? How else are you going to afford food or internet and shit? You got to work for that shit. That's how life works. You can't go around using your mental illness and demand people to feel sorry for you. That's not how this works. What I'm doing is providing content, even though it's at the expense of other people. I still do it because it's what makes me it gives me views and I like to do it based on the psychological aspect of it. I can make a few jokes every once in a while. I can say that you look like a trout, but overall, mental illness should not be an excuse, nor should it ever be a reason why you can't find work.
Freelance writing can be a flexible option for people with fluctuating chronic illnesses or pain, but not everyone is a good writer. Likewise, job openings for construction workers may be plentiful to a given area during certain times, but those jobs may not be the best match for a wheelchair user. Okay,
exactly.
So that actually brings up two things. For one, I am a writer, and I can't sell my books because you people have taken my books and given them away for free.
Of course, you're crying about how people are getting your books for free. Look, I can see why she's having a problem with why she wouldn't want to do an OnlyFans, because I can see why she doesn't want to do OnlyFans. It's because she wants to be paid. In actuality, that's probably one of the reasons why she's so upset about people sharing her books around. It's because she's not getting any royalties from it. Like I said, she is greedy. She's extremely greedy.
So, you're stopping me from having a job as a writer because you're literally giving my books away for free.
This is the new one. This is one of the new ones that I saw that I'm watching right now. This is one of the new ones. She's posting them out. She's doing this again and again and again. It's crazy. And I love it. Gives me more rims of content to look at. And I am so excited to cover this bint because she is off her freaking rocker. I love you too.
And I tried once to do a day labor construction thing, and they wouldn't even speak to me because I was a woman.
Oh my god. You're right. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's oh yes. Yes. This is a spectacle to behold. This is a great find. That makes my job good. Makes my job easier.
Woman. Like they had told my friend that they hired women for it, but then when an actual woman came in looking for a job, they wouldn't speak to me. And then he went in again, and they're like, "Yeah, we hire women." Oh, it's her. Well, we said that we could give her this form, and there's one specific person that has to speak to her, and she only comes once a month. It was very complicated. The process for hiring a woman. They very proudly would state that they hired women, but then if an actual woman came in and tried to get a job, it was a long, lengthy process that took
she's targeted.
Like a weeks or two.
I guess you could say she's a targeted individual.
Started instead of a couple of hours like for the men. Now, when you want to ask, like, why can some physically disabled people work and some mentally disabled people not work, they're different disabilities. You have to understand that a person with only one leg while they are disabled by
Hold
only
on,
having one leg, their brain is still fully functional, and they might even be smarter than me. My brain is not fully functional because of the trauma that I've.
So you're saying she has emotionally unstable personality disorder. I could definitely see that. I think that's basically what I think that's what Shani has. But then again, Shani has narcissistic personality disorder. This woman has emotional unstable personality. I just looked that up. That's basically, or she might have EDD, emotional dysregulation disorder. I would say she also might have EDD, which is another term for BPD. I'm sorry.
Experience because of my bipolar, my borderline personality, my OCD tendencies.
And my schizophrenia, she said.
All of it.
She might have schizophrenia.
Right? And it's not a choice. I
can't diagnose her either.
On me
but she also exhibits some traits of NPD too.
But surprisingly, having people constantly tearing down my self-worth, taking my work and giving it away for free and denying me any money from it because you don't believe I'm worth anything, doesn't help.
And she's also greedy. I can say that. She is a greedy bitch.
The situation I'm in.
That's why she's always complaining about people passing her book around. She wants to be paid.
Pretending that you're all, rooting for me. But eventually, people who don't despise me are going to find these videos and are going to actually find out what's happening.
I could say that her head isn't screwed on right. She's a few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Because this is fucked up.
The lights are on, but no one's home.
Why would somebody with Down syndrome be able to work, but you can't? Did that person with Down syndrome have love and support for their entire life? Were they helped to get that job? Were they trained and helped? And are they like? I didn't grow up with the love and the support that you need to be able to have a healthy,
here we go again.
To work with the public. A lot of people with autism or with Down syndrome, they're very happy, lovable people. It's easy for them to work with the public. It's so ridiculous that you can't understand that. You have relatives that have disabilities and you still can't.
I would say that Shani for Christ might be considered a horror cow. She's basically crossed the threshold from being a lolcow to be. She's basically borderline between. Shani for Christ was basically a borderline between being a lolcow to being a horror cow. At this point, I'd say she's basically crossed that line of being a horror cow. That's just my opinion.
You have to understand how one disability is not the same as another disability. You say that I'm the one that's stupid.
Well, she is kind of stupid. But here's some more. Damn. She must have taken that shit down. But no worries. Don't worry, folks. There's plenty classic shit. And this is gonna be a fortune faded. And this is a reaction. I'm just looking at some other shit. Now here is some classic Adrasdea. I don't really see. I keep calling her well, the oh. Oh, I thought you said she posted another one after the one I just saw. But that was the one I just saw. I thought she did have... But this is a classic. But right now, we're going back to the classics. And by classics, I mean the videos that she uploaded a month ago. It's glorious.
I've got a couple of dollars. I'm about to go out and get what I need. I'm not a bad person.
Neither am I.
I'm not a serious drug addict. I'm not just trying to scam the world.
Yeah, you pretty much are.
Struggling and just trying to get through this life that I do not know how to live. These people that have been attacking me, they told me multiple times all I had to do was apologize and it would stop, but it didn't stop.
Yes, it's not that hard to apologize, but the thing with you, Adrasdea, is that you can't keep your mouth shut. Those jowls of yours keep flapping in the wind. And the more you speak, the more you're gonna upset people. And the more you upset people, the more they have every right to call you out on your bullshit. Do you see where I'm getting at, Mary? Do you see why people are upset with you? It's because you're dishonest. And you have a habit of blaming everybody but yourself for all your own problems.
Bullies and abusers.
She has self-loathing. Hello.
And even if you meet them, they'll just move the post and set new rules. They beat me down and told me that if I apologized to them for it, it would end. Then after 3 months of being emotionally beaten down, I apologized to them. And it still didn't end. Because it didn't matter who was apologizing or who was at fault. The ones that are abusing will never stop abusing.
Sniff, 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 I know.
Even if you do everything that they tell you to do, they will still abuse you and tell you that it's your own fault. There's no
comment.
There's no escaping. There's no placating abusers like this. I have done nothing to these people except lash out against the things that they've said about me.
Well, you've lied about them, you slandered them, you try to get them in trouble with the law, and you basically have been going on this campaign trying to flag people's channels and don't get me started on defamation of character, because that's basically what you've been doing with Adonis Paul, Royce Lopez, and JJ Stoner. Am I in the ballpark here, guys?
All I want is to be allowed to live.
You are allowed.
I'm trying so hard to be better. I post daily affirmations reminding myself that I'm worthy, and they post retaliations about telling me that I'm not, that nobody cares, and nobody believes me.
What?
And they know exactly.
She responded? Holy crap! What did she respond with? Did she respond with a video, or did she just reply? Oh my god. This is Well, this isn't. Well, then again, this isn't the first time she's responded to me. I mean, when I started looking into Adrasdea, she basically responded to one of my streams, and she tried to like backpedal on a few things, but
exactly how so.
Again, I was still new to the whole Adrasdea thing, so I didn't know what was said until I heard Missy Ann tell me about the whole story. And after watching Adonis Paul's documentary, I'm starting to get a picture of who she is and what type of person she really is.
Oh, destroying these kinds of activities are.
Hey, openly objective.
To destroy me. And they're going to keep saying that they're such nice people. They've sent me money. But they're not going to stop emotionally destroying an already emotionally weak human being. Simply because that human being can be broken easily.
Honestly, you make these pity videos as a way to get people to donate money to you, but then you lash out at them whenever people call you out. Of course you are like Shani when it comes to demanding pity from other users. And you cry foul just because they have a different opinion. I'm repeating myself. And I gotta stop that shit.
And they deserve hundreds of dollars a day from the hateful, cruel viewers that they get.
$1 equals...
breaking down and destroying the confidence and the self-esteem of people who are already broken.
I've seen better acting from Shani and Rev. I'm just kidding. Actually, no.
Because
it's performance
I would never
art.
want to profit off of destroying other human beings who are simply trying to live.
Well, you've been doing that with Adonis Paul, Royce Lopez, and JJ Stoner, but you're basically out of your league when you're trying to go up against the big boys. They got a massive fan base, and they get paid covering people like you, people like Shani, people like Kimber, and other whack jobs out there. You're not the only one who's done this. And again, as much as I don't like her, I still find her story fascinating because, again, it's basically, it's not, I want there to be like a Cinderella ending for Adrasdea where she comes out on top and tries to make herself better, but that's just wishful thinking. I do believe she has the potential to be better. It's just she just has to want it. She's got to want it. She can't expect everything to fall in her lap, or she can't expect people to bend over backwards and kiss her ass. She's got to work for that. She's got to put in her effort to be a better person, to be a YouTuber, to be a content creator.
Heal. And possibly thrive. 36 years I have been made to believe that I am not worthy of love or support. But I am.
Oh.
And every time I remind myself of that, there's 50 people to tell me I'm not.
Hey, Fidel Cashflow.
And that's not fair. Because there's only one of me.
Altitude. He's beauty. There's divine shit. Death is the only hope. Oh, yeah.
I'm not okay.
I'm
not fucking
okay.
5 months of this is just...
I think I saw this, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Worn me down, and now I'm having crazy thoughts. My brain keeps telling me that it's never gonna end unless I die.
Again.
And that's the only way that any justice is gonna happen, because if I die, people will look at these videos and they'll start questioning the people that are hurting me. But if I live, nobody ever sees it, nobody ever cares, and they just get to keep torturing me for the rest of my days. They just get to keep waking me up every day telling me that I'm a worthless garbage human being that doesn't deserve life.
Again, it's not hard for you to ignore the messages you receive on your phone. This is why people are doing this to you. They're trying to get a reaction from you. And honestly, you're giving them what they want. You say you don't want this harassment to continue on, and yet you do stupid shit like this that the trolls are feeding off on. I know you're not going to listen to reason, because honestly, you want the pity. You want people to feel sorry for you. But in actuality, they're just making fun of you because you respond to their comments.
They just keep telling people lies about me. The only way anybody's ever gonna listen is if I die. Because I'm not rich. I can't get a lawyer. Nobody's gonna fight for me. But when it comes to death, you don't have to be rich to have justice. Because people respect the dead. People respect the dead, and they want to have justice for the dead. Even if that dead body was a worthless garbage thing that nobody wanted in life, once it's dead, people care. And they start looking into why it's dead.
Yeah, we are.
And that's the only hope that there is now for Daywave or Adonis Paul or any of them to see justice.
Yeah. Dude, again, all we wanted was an apology from you. You didn't have to come up and make this fake apology video. Hell, they can give you they can pay you $400 to have a sincere apology. But you can't even do that because you think you're justified in trying to spin this around and make everybody the bad guy. My tortured eyes can see right through you, Adrasdea. Like I said, these tortured eyes can see right through you. Like I said, and still you keep me captive and make you feel like I deserve you. Welcome.
For what they have turned my life into with their lies and their refusal to acknowledge that they were wrong.
Death is not the only hope for you, Mary. And now here's the video where she's complaining about how, oh, my phone is, I need my phone, keep my phone on. Actuality, this is where I think Adonis was. Yeah. Hey, Chase the Train, our luscious patron. Chase the Train is in the chat. Damn. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm just shilling my stuff out. Here, take a look at the video where Adonis basically donated.
So, I've slowed down with making videos because I've been working kind of on myself a bit, just not being online and focusing on myself. I'm working tonight on crocheting an eye patch so that I can start patching my good eye and trying to fix my lazy eye, or at least make it a little bit stronger. The reason particularly for this video, though, they're gonna hate me, they're gonna laugh at me, I'm begging for help, and it is in the financial sense. On the 11th of this month, my phone is going to be turned off, and so that leaves me about a little over a week to get up the $55 plus that's $60 to keep it turned on. I've been collecting recycling.
Yes. Yes, openly ejected. You're right. I'm almost at 300 subscribers, which is basically one of my big milestones is reaching 600. I mean, not 600, 300 subscribers. That is a great milestone. My bad. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. We're moving on up. That is just a fantastic thing to say. We're getting there, guys.
I've been working on getting my GR back so that I can have some actual money, but at the moment, I got nothing. I have no income, and the people that are trying to hurt me they take away any income I have. They're messaging people on my Facebook. Like, if they find out that anybody is helping me, they message them lies to stop them from helping me. They're giving away both of my books for free.
Yay!
So I can't even sell my books.
Raise the roof, folks.
Like, things like that.
Raise the roof.
They are doing everything they can to make sure that I have zero income, just because I'm not able to work and hold a steady job.
It's divine.
If there's anybody out there that has a little bit extra, I'm not asking for a lot. You know, if enough people nickel and dime me up, I can get through. But I do feel bad having to ask the same people over and over again. That's why I'm putting out a message to the masses.
This is the one where Adonis Paul donated to her, I think. When she was begging for money to pay her phone bill, Adonis Paul donated a sum of money. I don't have a problem with that, but what I do have a problem is she wastes that money on frivolous shit, which is mostly drugs, mostly weed. Weed is good for you, but weed can be good for you in other ways, but weed can be bad for you if you use it too much.
I get that a lot of my viewers are not friends. I get that a lot of you are here for your hate-watching pleasure, but
I don't hate watch.
540 of you now, and I have to believe that not all of you suck. So, if any of you have been watching me,
I don't hate you, Adrasdea. I don't hate watch you. In actuality, I watch you out of a morbid curiosity. I watch you just out of some morbid curiosity. because I really want to know more about what you are and what made you this way. But I can go watch Adonis Paul's documentary on you, which says more about what happened to you than what you say.
And thinking about donating a couple of dollars, but being put off by everything that's
you
happening.
You don't know my mind.
Now would
you
be the time, because
kind.
I'm fundraising to make sure that my phone stays on, so that y'all can keep laughing at me. And I can continue living. I'm working on getting disability paperwork so that I can try to fill it out. But I filled it out before, and I was denied, and I didn't go further with it because of anxiety, but then also
that's
because
me
the
looking for
pandemic happened, and everything just kind of came to a stop. Like, it's not just
Why am I winking?
2020 was basically a pause for a lot of people. So,
correct if I'm wrong, Mary, but didn't you threaten to take your own life over a shower? A shower. You were threatening to kill yourself, all because your therapist, which you can see for free, because your therapist wouldn't let you take a shower in the office, and you couldn't use a bathroom.
The fact that from 2019 to 2021 I didn't file again.
Oh shit.
2020 was difficult. It was difficult to do that shit. So
her first book is called I Will Never Stop Screaming. And I don't know, I forgot the name of the other book.
But sometime next week I'm going to be calling to try to find out how I can get the paperwork, and then my therapist is going to work with me on it. But for right now, I just need to get my phone up. You know, if 5 people sent $10 each, or 10 people sent $5
Playing
each,
the hand.
you know, I'm not asking anybody to bankrupt themselves for me. I'm just asking for a little bit so that I can keep my phone.
Dark necessities
PayPal.me/Adrasdea.
part of my
It's been down here in the corner the entire time, and I will put it in the description. And later tonight, or possibly tomorrow, there will be a full watch of, tonight I'm going to be doing The Last Man on Earth, which is another Vincent Price film. So, there might be a hold on it. There was a hold on The Tingler. I'm not positive if they're going to release The Kid anymore, because I got another notice for that one.
I'm going to be working on some other good stuff. Yeah, cyberbullying Adrasdea. That's what it is. Ah, good. You got a good eye on you, Fidel.
But House on Haunted Hill went through without a problem. And The Tingler is up now without any problems. So hopefully The Last Man on Earth will be able to go up without too many problems.
Let's see. Some classic shit. I'm gonna be looking at some classic shit. The Poopy. Now here's the classic from back in 2009. This was back when she was living in the truck. This was from Adonis Paul's documentary where she was living in. This is a classic. A classical, folks. We're going classic. Tonight.
This guy just showed up, and now he's smoking meth outside my window.
This is a classic.
This is weird. I don't know what's happening.
Poopy.
And I'd really like him to go away.
ice cream. But that's me looking for weed. I mean, weed.
Oh God, I can smell it. Oh.
This was back when she was
really uncomfortable right now.
This was back when she was living in the truck. Ah, the good old truck days. I know. If I remember, someone made a video getting a bestseller with blank pages. Oh yeah.
Like really, really uncomfortable. So, a couple of minutes ago, this guy walks up to the side of the truck.
Poopy. You don't know my
Walked up
mind.
and peed behind the truck. And then he started tapping on the window asking me if I smoked, and I said no. And he took out his pipe asking me if I smoked. And then he started hitting it like that. What the hell?
That was a classic shit. That was classical. And we'll be playing some good stuff too. And here's the video from the 4chan thing.
Alright,
This was when 4chan donated money to her PayPal. It was also in the Adonis Paul documentary.
I have no idea what is happening. I am overwhelmed right now, and I'm overwhelmed. From what I can understand, 4chan has found me. So, hello to 4chan. You're freaking me out. Alright? Please understand that I am a crazy person. And I understand that 4chan is fucking assholes, but I'm literally a homeless crazy person. Please. Have pity. I'm not asking you to send me money. I'm asking you not to destroy my world right now, because that's what you're doing.
Yeah, 4chan has been known to have a bunch of crazy shit going on their sites. And I'll be looking at some green tech stories in the near future. I might even do a stream covering green tech stories. I might even invite some friends over.
With the constant comments and the phone calls, I'm freaking out. I legitimately have had to force myself to not grab my knife and hurt myself from a phone call that I got. I'm not okay, alright? I'm not
okay. I'm not okay.
I want to say thank you.
I love that song. My Chemical Romance.
Some of you have sent me money.
Well, if you want it, honestly.
I keep turning my internet off and going away for a little bit to breathe. And every time I come back, somebody has sent me $10 or $20, and I just got a donation of $500, and I'm overwhelmed by it, and I'm overwhelmed in both freaking areas. Y'all are messing with my mind. Why?
I know. It is. I agree, Chase. It is all just for attention. This could be performance art at its finest. But that's up for you guys to decide. Do you think, one's in the chat if you think it's performance art, two's if you think it's legitimate. Just asking. And this was last year.
The fuck can you all be overwhelmingly awful and overwhelmingly amazing at the same goddamn time? Is what I'm asking.
There are some good things that 4chan has done, aside, even though 4chan is usually basically an anonymous board. But, again, there are some good things that 4chan has done for people. When there was this chick who used to draw Steven Universe art, who was berated by a bunch of people in the Steven Universe fandom, to the point where she nearly attempted suicide, and 4chan had to step in and told him to knock it off.
Thank you for helping me. But
be kind.
Don't harass me.
That's not how the internet.
I'm thankful for the help, but I can't handle too much mentally on the harassment area, and I know now that it's 4chan. I didn't know what was going on when you guys started. I don't 4chan. I Reddit sometimes, but I get banned on Reddit for, I don't even know. The homeless subreddit banned me for making a joke because they said we don't joke here, so.
Boopy.
But I don't 4chan. So I only know that you guys are assholes, and you've made that clear to me tonight. And I'm thankful for the ones of you that are kind. I'm overwhelmed and grateful, and it's you guys that are kind and donating to me are keeping me alive from the ones that are overwhelming me and making me want to.
I know. I know, Chase. Especially in the animation community. But then again, most fandoms are extreme. There are fandoms. Most fandoms are extremely toxic. That's why I try to not debate people in those.
Because every time I get to the point that I want to hurt myself, I see that somebody has sent me a couple of dollars, and I'm like, okay, well, if I hurt myself, I'm never going to get in the fucking apartment, and now the money's coming in, and I might actually get into the goddamn apartment, but if I kill myself, I'm never going to get in there, but then I've got people pushing at me and fucking.
Boy.
Crazy person.
Well, she is crazy. She might have emotional issues, and that's probably, and I don't see why she could be this way. I absolutely believe that she is a victim of trauma, as I've said before. I do believe that she was a victim of trauma, and I do believe that it's twisted her mind and made her into what she is today. I don't doubt that. In fact, most people who have these types of disorders have been victimized by trauma or have had troubling things that happened in their past. Others were basically considered neglected.
Crazy, unstable, homeless person. Be kind.
Be kind!
That doesn't mean send me money.
This is gaslighting.
Kind. And thank you to the ones.
I would say this is basically gaslighting. We all can see that she has a tendency to manipulate people into giving her what she wants. Be kind! Be kind! I have fibromyalgia! Oh my god. Every time she says be kind, I get flashbacks from the Shani arrest video. And I feel good about that. Because it reminds me of simpler times.
That have been. And I'm going offline for the night before y'all push me too far. God bless you. Thank you. Good night. Keep me off 4chan. You guys are awful. Also, I'm gonna be paying my phone.
Alright.
So my phone will not go off. You guys have sent me more than enough to at least do that much. And now that
I can get to LA by train. I'll wait till Monday to go to LA. The reason that I was planning on going to LA and just staying in LA until the move-in date come is because the inspection date is on Monday, and so by Wednesday the paperwork is going to be fully in, and it should only be like probably the next week will be my move-in date, and so I didn't see a reason to come back to the truck when it's only going to be maybe a week before they have me a place to stay if I'm able to get up the rest of the money. With that $500 donation, that puts me about $1,500 more, and I'm gonna be asking some churches in LA for help with that as well. I'm not fully giving up on it, even though I want to. Like earlier today, I had given up all hope. You guys, while
all right, you take care of yourself, Blue. I know it's kind of teetering at you, but you do you. I'm not gonna fault you for dipping out. You focus on yourself. That's all that matters. You do you. You be you.
Completely breaking me down. You have also given me enough hope.
Mental health is more important in these times, and you
to keep pushing forward to get into that apartment. So again, I don't know what the hell to think with you people. Y'all freak me out. I love you. Stop.
All right. I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I thank you guys for coming out tonight. If you want to see more videos like this, you can be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm reaching 300 by... I like to get 300 subscribers probably before July, so that I could start doing more of these streams and then maybe working on other stuff. And again, thank you for donating to me. For those who have donated to my PayPal, thank you so much. It really means a lot for you to show your support. And thank you to my fans for sticking with me late in this time. It's almost midnight. It's basically 11:39, and I wanted to make this short stream just for you guys. Anyway, that being said, I hope to see you guys next time. I'm Rickzilla, signing out.